All right, so I'm gonna make this fucking really quick and really dirty. So you're gonna need to slow the video down and keep up. All right, so 2018 Honda Accord EX. It's a 1.5 turbo, no hybrid. All right, so it's just your regular 1.5. Now, seats are out, everything is out. Now, I'm only gonna go over the things that there are no videos for. So everything else, go find another video. There's no factory subwoofer. So now, what does that mean? If you have no factory subwoofer, that means that you don't have a stupid amp. So don't be sitting there chasing around an amp that you don't have. Also, 8-inch screen. Make sure that you know that you have an 8-inch or a 7-inch screen. That's important for certain applications. So just know that. All right, so let's go over the things that there are no videos for. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna take everything out, like how you see here. This whole dash is out, air vent. Then you're gonna take the AC controls out. This can't come out. Why? Because when I went and did it, this is just lodged on there, and I don't know how to take this apart. I don't know if the whole assembly comes out. I didn't have time to figure this out, so I didn't want to mess with it. So what are we doing? We're just moving this shit along to the side, and then you have this box. So let's say you're doing your amp and you're trying to figure out, shit, I'm over here breaking shit. All right, so let's say you're trying to figure out, okay, you don't have an amp. How do you do your 9-wire install if you're doing a 9-wire install, or just trying to tap into the connectors over here? It's this connector. It's a 24 pin, I believe, 24 pin gray. It connects in the back of here. It's literally, you can't miss it because it's the only 24 pin. The other one is like a damn near 40 pin right there. So that one we're not messing with. It's 24 pin. So connectors come out. Some connectors just don't come out and refuse to come out, so I just leave them. So that's why it's such a pain in the ass. But this is enough room for me to get it out. It was just held in by that screw right there and that screw, where is it? Right there, that screw right there. So it's just held in by 2 nuts. Then you come over to here, right? You need to take off this gear selector, right? The knob and shit. Well, there's no videos on that, and the way that they explain it to you on PDFs is such a pain in the ass. So basically what you do is you come over to here to this like sleeve, this sleeve right here. Let me see if I can find it. So this is how it's originally gonna look, and it has 2 screws holding it in, but there's a silver metal piece that goes around this. Now the silver metal piece looks like that, right? There's your metal piece. Now what you want to do is you want to lift this up. I want to lift this up when it's still on there, right? So that the boot looks like this, and it's gonna go over this shift knob, right? Shift knob's gonna go like that, and it's gonna be in there, and then you're gonna see it, and you're gonna need to push these 2 right here, these up, and pull this thing, because this is gonna be flapped over like that. You're gonna flip it up. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna push in these 2 connectors right there, and then you're gonna push down on this silver sleeve right here. And that's how you take off this silver piece right here to get to these screws, and that's how you take off the gear selector. Everything, that's why I'm not going over it. Everything is just fucking tabs, bro. Tabs are these stupid ass screws right here. This is everything that literally had to come out. I'm doing the doors. All right, so this is something that there are no videos for. At least, you know, you have to fucking deep dive for them. Okay, so the way that I popped this out, because I was looking for that stupid amplifier, is I went from the front and then pulled it out wrong. You're supposed to come out from here, right? And then this thing, to show you this, how this looks, boom, boom, tabs, pop-in clips, literally. So what you do, push this down, fucking pick this up, boom, pry this off, right? 1 connector, green connector. It's all push tab, where you just push the tab in, right? Then there's gonna be 4 screws, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? Then I'm gonna show you how the tabs look. You pull up, and you have to start from this side and then go from the front. If you start from the front, what's gonna mess you up is these tabs that align it so that it makes it perfect. There's another one, right? Oh shit, where is it at? Right there. See that right there? there's that one. So if you try to put this back in, right, from the front because you pulled it off from this way, oh, what do you know? You're not gonna be able to do it because that tab, you gotta literally bend this whole thing like this so it looks like that instead of straight. You gotta bend it like that just to get it going, you know what I mean? So that's something that's pretty crucial. That's really it, dude. This is the pain in the ass. This is the pain in the ass. This is the pain in the ass. I'm gonna cut it. If you're using 9-wire, what you're gonna do is you're gonna cut a wire, right? This wire right here. Not for all applications, just verify what I'm saying. But you cut the wire, cut this wire, and then the wire that, hold on. The wire that goes to the connector is the input for the aftermarket amplifier, and then the wire that's going to the subs, right? It goes into the harness this way, is for the output on your aftermarket amplifier. So you have an input that goes into the box, and you have an output that is coming out from your aftermarket amplifier. Hopefully that makes sense. So that's why you need 2 runs of this, because you have your input that comes from that amplifier, hits the input of that connector to this box, and then the wire that travels to the speaker doors is going to be your output that feeds to your, you know, radio speakers and shit like that. Man, it's a lot to fucking retain, but hopefully you guys got it. I'm running the power cable. Let me show you. So this is a chafe tape right here. So this is so that it doesn't chafe in the area that it's at. So because why it runs under the battery, which if I can kind of get under there and show you, I don't know if you can see that right there. So what it does is it comes down this corner right there, and there's a pocket. Now I've already bore scoped it, I've already went through it, and it's perfect. It's a perfect spot. So then I followed this run right here, follow this run, go down here. It turns into a huge big loom bundle, right? And you see where that zip tie is right there. Okay, so basically to visualize that, it goes down 90s, goes towards the firewall, then it's gonna come across like this. So it goes left, and if you see that tape right, shit, sorry. So if you see that tape right there, you see that's where that zip tie was. We went across, cross. This is a 4-gauge cable. You do one out, you're not gonna fit. All right, so 4 gauge right here, and I went in to this connector right there, right? And you're probably thinking why? Because I don't want to fucking drill any holes. And then for then another thing too is I was trying to figure out where my route was gonna go for the speaker wires and stuff. You don't want to have your speaker wires next to your power cables, power and ground, for interference, but whatever. That's just like, you know, fucking general rule of thumb, what you're not supposed to do. So then it comes up here, and it's a perfect run, bro. It's the perfect fucking run I think I've ever done in my life. So it comes in here, it drops down, then it you run it down your sill panel like usual, and then there's a channel in here like this. I'm not gonna pop it open, but it's that white channel like that, and then you see where that bundle, where all those wire looms go into. Well, it has like its own pre-made, like custom, like plastic fucking thing in here, and that 4 gauge, I fucking ran it through there with a fish tape, easy, bro, and it just runs straight through here, bro. You can fit it in, I promise you. So when you go down, go over here, boom, perfect. Goes through here, boom, perfect. This is where I'm grounding it. Let's just appreciate this fucking, oh my god, let's appreciate that real quick. I just had to flex on y'all for fucking 2 seconds. All right, so then that goes in. Now you don't want to run it right here because it's gonna pinch right here, and it's not like it's like a sharp area. I just don't want to mess with it right there, just because I know it's gonna still pinch. But under here, I put my fingers there, I've opened it and closed it, no pinch. All right, so then you come over here, boom, comes up. I'm not cutting nothing, I'm not fucking drilling through nothing. That's the whole goal. I want this to be stock. All right, just making a completed video because I feel like it'd be cool to show you. It didn't come out perfect, you know, the way that I want it. I'm on a time crunch. I'm leaving to the military, so this is my personal though, so I can come back to it later and fix it. But I just kind of want to tell you and show you my ideas and what I did. But I just came, did a notch right there, tried to make it as clean as I could. This still needs to be heat shrinked. I'm gonna heat shrink it right now, but I just wanted to show you. So I tried to keep it like that, and that's how it's gonna look. It's gonna look all nice and tucked like that. And I wanted to follow the same runs and keep them in line. I just did this, right? Made a little hole for it. I made the hole bigger right here actually. But think of a platform like that, including my arm. So it's gonna be like a little, like that kind of. And the platform, this platform right here, was gonna hold the fuse, and that's what I originally wanted. And that platform was gonna be molded to look exactly like that circle right there and be the perfect length. So I was gonna kind of get some stuff to like make it cut out and shit, but I just can't with ABS board. Can't do it right now, but I'll come back to it and do it later. But that was my idea for that, and I think that would look clean as fuck. Then I already showed you the run down there. Run comes across. Not proud of it, but whatever. I just ran. I ran all the wiring like this. Boom. I gotta go back and kind of like touch it up and make touch-ups and shit, make it cleaner. But all the wires are just right there, just like that. Two hots, or the grounds all come from to this seat bolt right here, and then the hot, you know, it was that run, that long run from the front. And then I probably don't want to mount it on this, but that's how I mounted it. But it's just for temporary. And then those are the two fuse blocks and shit. So I don't know, I'm hoping that they don't rattle off, like the screws don't back out or whatever. I don't think they will, but who knows? I've never mounted it on an amp like that, or a sub. But originally what I wanted to do was kind of try to figure out some type of platform, because I don't like cutting into shit, so that's my big issue with trying to figure out shit, and what makes it a lot more complicated. So, but yeah, that's the completed build. Oh, and I ran all these wires like through the sub itself like that. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna put up some links or some photos of what I did, basically, if I haven't already. And then, yeah, that was pretty much it for that. So everything else kind of went smoothly. The crossovers, not proud of those either, but really with this door it's kind of hard to set it up. But what I did is I just put the crossover box like in here. It's right there. I just literally just tucked it in, and then I added extra length so that if I had to service it ever, pop this off, boom, and I could service it at the door instead of taking the whole panel off. So it's in there, it's tucked in there, and it's good. So I mean, I don't know, that's as good as it's gonna get. But it was honestly a really chill and easy build, besides figuring out how to wire up the 9-wire and how I was gonna route that. But it ended up working, and it sounds great. So I would show you like how it sounds, but nothing compares to in person. So, but it sounds amazing. But yeah, that's everything. So just wanted to show you the more important stuff, and that's pretty much it. So hopefully this helped.